April is going to be loaded with opportunities. We are going there whether you are ready or not. Our souls are going on a journey of evolution. It is the new earth that we are bringing in right now. And welcome to the energy update for April 2023. First and foremost, once again, I feel like I'm doing this a lot at the moment. Apologies for the delay in getting this video out to you. I did promise you that I would film it yesterday and I didn't get round to it. Time is going so crazy at the moment. I don't know about you guys, but I feel as if we're all living in multiple realms right now, and it's trying to figure out the balance of whereabouts you are and what you're doing and which reality you're currently living in. So I am filming this on March the 28th, and like I say, this was supposed to be filmed yesterday. So first and foremost, please do accept my apologies. Like I say, if you are somebody out there right now that you're like, I know that I need to get this done, but for some weird reason, I'm not able to get it done until the next day or after the time that you set yourself, go easy on yourself. You know, we have had such a huge shift last week with the energies, and also today, and maybe this is why I'm filming it, but we've got 5 planets in alignment today, which is a huge energetic shift for us. So do let me know in the comments how you are and how you have been feeling since the last video that David and I put out. Did you enjoy that video? I hope you guys did. Apologies once again for not being present to do that video live. Fingers crossed, all being well, we will be live on Monday of next week. Now, like I say, I'm filming this on Tuesday, the 28th of March, and this information I actually channeled probably about 5 or 6 days ago. And I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't gone back in to see if everything is still in alignment. So I'm trusting that it is. It's God's plan at the end of the day. So before we step any further into that, please do go over and check out my website, www.lucydavis.com. On there, you've got all the links to my social media, just like they are in the description here. There is access to all of my courses. I've got loads of freebies on there, and you can find out a little bit more about myself, plus organize a free 15-minute call to go through maybe what your goals are, if there's anything we can do to help you. So moving on from that, we have got Soul School happening on the 17th and 18th of June. A lot of you have been reaching out to me. So I wanted to speak about it here because it makes it a lot easier than me having to respond to thousands of Instagram messages and Facebook messages. Soul School is online this time round. We have done some incredible locations and we will be doing more in-person events, but this one, we decided what we were going to do is take it online, give it access to everybody around the world. There is nobody that isn't going to be able to be involved in this. So please, if Soul School speaks to your soul, and it should do because it's there to activate your soul, please do go over to my website, go to the products tab, and you will find Soul School in there. Now, if you have previously attended one of my Soul Schools, in particular the Soul School number 2, you've already done the pre-work, so you have a discount. I sent you an email maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago now with that link. So please do go to that email, click on that link. Otherwise, you'll be paying the full price, which is currently on the website. We are so excited. A lot of people have been talking about the Healing Hangs event, because some people say to me, yeah, but Lucy, I bet you're more powerful in person. And the honest truth is, I don't know. Like, I feel, because I love doing in-person events, I feel I'm more powerful in person, but then people come to my events online and they're like, oh my God, these shifts that I experienced. So I'm actually doing another Healing Hang event on the 18th of April. There is a very important reason why I'm running it on that date. It is to activate the heart in readiness for some things that are going to be going on in the latter part of April. So please do head over there, and also it will give you a really good insight as to whether you feel that Soul School might be something for you. Soul School is still a 2-day event. There's still going to be an early start. There's still going to be a very powerful meditation, and it is all going to be recorded. So if maybe you live in Australia and you're like, oh, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to be there for the start of that or for the end of that, then please do know that the bits that you miss will be recorded, but you must buy your ticket up front. We will not be selling the footage after the event, and this is the way that I run all of my events, ladies and gents. Okay, so there's just a few bits there. Go over to my website, check out all of the information, and see if it speaks to your soul, and if it does, we will see you at one of the events super soon. Enough about that right now. Let's crack on and talk about this April energy. Now, when I was channeling this April energy, I was told very, very clearly that this is a continuation from last month's energies. Now, if you're anything like me, And my team and my gorgeous partner, you will be flying on your broomsticks right now. Like, we are all cooking on gas, to say the least. It has been such an interesting month. And admittedly, me recording this, we've only got a few days left to go, but they are going to be huge. They are going to be, you know, pop, pop, pop. Everything is going to be going on. Now, we have seen a lot come to the surface during this period of time. We've seen a lot of questions. Myself, in the last few days, I've had a lot of people reaching out to me regarding the jab, talking around things that have started happening for them and people in their families that are starting to wake up and see things. So we are in a period of transformational shift right now, leading out of March. And we always knew that March was going to be an extremely buoyant month, and it has been. We've seen the start of the collapse of the banking industry. I can't remember the bank that it was, but you guys know. But Deutsche Bank has been in the press over the last couple of days, and they're saying that they are really under a lot of pressure now, which is very interesting for me, because Deutsche Bank was one of the banks that I actually interviewed for many years ago. I was headhunted to go for a job there, and I went for the interviews, and I just decided that it wasn't for me. So this is my old world that we are talking about here. Like, I feel so heavily entrenched in that world still, because I spent 15-16 years of my life there. Now, of course, it's very rare that I speak to anyone in that world anymore, or see anyone in that world, but I still have this, you know, knowledge of how the old used to work. And this is what's going to be happening right now. We're bringing all of the old to the surface so that we can actually get rid of it, transmute it, as I like to call it, negate it, you know, whatever word you want to use, and bring in the new. I see April as a very exciting period of time for bringing in the new. So like I say, these energies, this clearing energy, this decluttering energy, this let's sort through the shit, for want of better words, energies are still going to be there. But this month of April, we are going up a notch, ladies and gents. It is going to be even more fast paced than you have known it. Now, I've been speaking with one of my team today, and we've been absolutely wetting ourselves, because, you know, David will often look at me as I'm talking about something, and he'll be like, yeah, babe. Okay, babe. Yeah, cool. And we've been talking about how the time, how linear time is now going, and how time is changing so rapidly. And like I say, he'll give me the yeah, babe, yeah, babe. Like, yeah, I'm just going to nod my head in the hope that you're not going to talk about it anymore, because it's going straight over the top of my head. And one of my team was saying that his partner was doing exactly the same. So we're having an absolute laugh about it, which is the good thing, right? One thing that is coming through very loud and clear through April is we have got to knock our vibration up a notch. We must take it up. We've got to take self-responsibility for this. There is going to be some things happening in and around the world through April, which are going to shock people. There are things coming to the surface. You know, I've had discussions recently whereby people who work in the care industry, or in the schools, like the educational industry, and they're talking about Ron making an appearance again. And then you guys know, about 18 months ago or so, I started getting the fact that there was going to be a skin disease that would make an appearance. Maybe even longer than 18 months ago now, but it was a very long period of time ago, before all of the monkeypox and stuff like that, because people kept saying, oh my God, Lucy, could this be it? And what I'm seeing is that they're going to link these two things and create a lot of fear. Now, this may come in April, it may come after April, but please do prepare yourself. It's going to be so fast. It's going to happen so quickly. All of a sudden, boom, we're going to be back in that same old situation from 2020, whereby we get the there's no cure. You must do this and you must do that. So just keep your wits about you. Please remember, it is not a time to step into fear. This is actually a time to go, we've been here before. We've had the trial run of this. Now we're going to step up and we're going to stand in love. Now I'm going to step up and I'm going to shine my light even more so than ever before. Now, when I spoke about this 18 months ago, people looked at me like I was crazy. And I'm used to this, ladies and gents. If you hadn't guessed by now, I am totally used to this. But I see this as an opportunity for us. I see this as an opportunity for us to stand in our truth and remind the darkness who the heck they are dealing with. We are such a powerful population of people. Now, not everybody on the planet, not everybody around the world is the same vibration as you, that's okay. Like, we are looking for the people who are the same vibration right now. That's not me being divisional or anything like that. We just are, so that we can create the consciousness shift, and then everybody else can come in the waves after. It's up to us to own where we are, own our love, own our light. There are many people who you thought would be in the first wave, you know, our comrades, our partners in crime, that will not come on the first round. That said, it doesn't mean that they're not going to come at all. It just means they've got more karma to deal with. They've got, you know, this really leaning into love and actually being true to themselves, that they are love and the highest vibration is love. Now, if that's not enough to just be like, wow, April's going to be crazy, then buckle up, because I got a lot more for you. So like I was saying, there is going to be a few things that will crystallize this through April. And in the last week of April, we will see an event take place whereby this crystallization, we'll all start to get the memo, and we'll know what's starting to come. Now, the words that they gave me, it's not going to happen as quickly as I would like it to, but it's coming. That's the words that they gave me when I was channeling this a few days ago, a week ago. April is going to be loaded with opportunities, ladies and gents, loaded. Opportunities for love, opportunities in work, opportunities for travel, opportunities for lots of different things. Now, a lot of you guys have been messaging me saying, hey, Lucy, is something wrong with you? Because I haven't flown in the last, I don't know, I think I was saying to David, it's been the longest time I've ever been grounded. I flew back from the UK in February, and I haven't flown anywhere since, I don't think, or have I? No, that's not true. I went to Germany. But since I got back from Germany, I literally haven't taken off in a plane, which is very odd for me. And it was because I was told that through March and going into April, I needed to be grounded. I needed to be on the floor. I wasn't to be doing any traveling. Because there was going to be things that was happening in the sky that just, you know, wouldn't allow me to be up there. Now, that said, like I say, I've had many of my team travel and they're absolutely fine. I've had lots of people around the world messaging me saying that they're absolutely fine. So I'm just saying it was something for me to tell me to ground through that period of time, which for me is starting to make a lot of sense. There is going to be so many opportunities for healing. This April is going to be massive on healing. You are going to be slapped around all over the place. You think that it's done, it's nowhere near done. We are all being slapped around to make sure that we are literally in the vibration that we are telling ourselves, that we are convincing ourselves that we're faking it till we make it, if you get what I mean. So healing of old wounds is coming to the surface. So if you get triggered by somebody or something, let's say, for example, you're triggered because of lack of intimacy, or you're triggered because your partner, I don't know, whatever, you know, or your work colleague or your boss or whatever, they're doing something. Remember, it's your wound. So use beautiful words, use beautiful connection, use your words to be able to bring this healing into wholeness. That's a very key word for April. This is about bringing it into wholeness. Allow yourself to feel and recognize how this has been playing a pattern throughout your life. It's time to heal once and for all, ladies and gents. Now, I say that every time. However, from my perspective, genuinely, we're constantly healing. We're constantly, every single day, it's something else, something else, something else. Some days are better than others, but every day we're like, oh, wow, yesterday I would have reacted like that, but today I'm reacting like that. So trust where you are on this journey, ladies and gents. This is a period of sheer transformation. It is time to shed that skin and step into the new version of you. April is going to be massive, personally. Do you want to transform? That is my question to you. Or are you happy where you are? If you are happy where you are, good for you. But if you are like, I'm still not connected to my purpose, I'm still not quite there with this resistance to love, I'm still not quite there with opening my heart to allow the vibration out and everybody to feel it, now is the time to make your decision. Are you ready for transformation? Oh, I love it. It fires up my soul when I talk about transformation. I am so ready to transform. I am so ready to welcome in the new. I'm so ready to be the best version of Lucy Davis that there is to be. I know I am here to be a beacon of love, a beacon of light. You know, back in my late teens and early 20s, one of my best friends, who God rest his soul is no longer with us, he always used to call me Lucy Love, because I would be the one that would be checking on everybody. I would be the one hugging everybody. And then I got cold. I ended up going through, you know, the investment banking world, and I became cold. And then thank God in 2014, 2015, I woke back up to the sheer delightful love that was running inside of me. It doesn't scare me. Intimate love has scared me, but thankfully David has been patient with me and doesn't scare me at all anymore. I'm excited for the future, you know, and I knew it was going to be a big deal getting into a relationship and having to step through all of that again. You can choose to transform. How do you want to do it? How quickly do you want to do it? Do you want to do it with ease and grace? Trust me, do it with ease and grace. Pick ease and grace with everything, whether you're traveling, whether you're transforming, whatever, whether you're healing, choose to do it with ease and grace. Trust me. It's time to revisit the past. What are you clinging on to? What labels are you hanging on to? What have you been blaming and naming and shaming? What are you not taking responsibility for? Like I was saying earlier, self-responsibility through April is a big deal. There is no more of this finger pointing. Own it, take it. It is you. You have got to revisit the past. You've got to revisit old situations and old circumstances. Look at where you are blaming other people for something. Let's say, for example, oh yeah, stop flirting with that person, when really that's your old wound, because left to your own devices for 5 minutes, you are flirting with somebody else, you know, to get your needs met, to get the attention that you are looking for. Own it. We need to be so real and raw with ourselves so that this month of April, as the buds are starting to go and as the rain is going to start to come in, I do see that there's going to be quite a bit of rain, particularly in the part of the world where I am. I say that, I hope there is for their sake, but you know, I do see that there's going to be a lot of water. And what I mean by that is, you know, this is the time to shed away all of the old. You know, if you guys do like healing things on yourself, more often than not, when you're cleansing yourself, you envisage yourself in a waterfall, right? That's what I'm talking about here. It is time to release all of the old and just let it be gone. Something huge that I have already started doing, so I know that this is massive for April, is stillness. Be still. Take time to be in meditation. Gain the clarity that you deserve. Remember, if you have a reaction to something, go and sit in silence, go for a walk on the beach, you know, go into nature, whatever it is, take that moment to be still and gain the clarity. Recognize your old wounds, recognize your, you know, your trauma that no doubt you were projecting on the situation in hand. Stillness has been my best friend over the last few days. David and I actually went up to our new house today. We're not moving in till Saturday, but we went up there today and we both just sat there and sat there and sat there some more. And we both were just like, ah. Stillness brings clarity. Recognize what it is that your soul is searching for and allow those memos to come in. All you need to do is take time, get in your own head and just slow it down. We are switching from the mind, exactly what my book says, from head to heart. We are switching from the mind. We are switching on the heart. When we can come from heart and then we send those messages to the mind, imagine what we are able to create. This, my friends, is clarity. This month, we will be giving a lot of thanks, a lot of gratitude as we step through the epiphanies as to why we had to go through what we did in our lives. Stop and think about it, ladies and gents, and maybe this might be a nice exercise for you. Go back to when you were born and all the different things. So I'm going to give you a few examples from me. So when I was born, I was heavily jaundiced, like heavily jaundiced. Then I got serious whooping cough to the point that apparently my lungs were so badly damaged, I was never to move north of Bournemouth because it would be too cold for me and I would get lung disease, you know, all of the chest infections and stuff, which to be fair, I did get chest infections and stuff, but I put those down to the energetics, but this is what the doctors told them. And then obviously my parents split up. You know, my sister ended up turning to drugs. You know, I had many relationship issues like we all do. You know, I got, I got made redundant essentially from a job that I absolutely loved, but then I ended up throwing myself into a much better job in the same company, and ended up going on a whirlwind ride. I ended up making up a lot of money, and, working in investment banking for 16 years, and, on the trading floor for 16 years, let me just correct that. And then, all of these other bits and pieces that have come in, the miscarriages, the health issues, the drugs, the alcohol, like, this is the month where we are going to get all of the epiphanies, if you haven't already got them, as to why we had to go through what we have. I love speaking to people who are confused about their purpose. And I say to them, like, talk to me about the most traumatic time of your life. And they share it with me. And I'm like, that there is your purpose. Not always the one, but, it's always a good starting point with people. This month is the month whereby we grab the gold. We recognize the gold so that we can rise up. We are focusing on partnerships, relationships, and love this month. Look at the old patterns that are no longer serving us. Like I said earlier, we need to be recognizing what we are prepared to put up with, what we're not prepared to put up with, where we are bringing in our old traumas, which is why I'm not putting up with that. And you're putting boundaries in place. Now, boundaries are so, so healthy. I've been doing it loads in the last week, which is just amazing, with people on my Instagram videos all the way through to, the doctors and stuff that I'm having to speak to over here at the moment. So please, please, please recognize that this is about creating love. This month of April, like I said, in readiness for the last week and stepping into May, we need to raise our vibration, be happy, be joyful, be like having fun, creating giggles, like live in a state of abundance constantly. If you live in a state of abundance, you want to laugh, you want to be joyful, you want to play, you want to, just be cheeky. Live in a state of abundance, bring in the love. If you feel hurt at any point, send out love, because what happens is that love will come back to you tenfold. Let's live in abundance. Let me know in the comments below if this is resonating with you. Abundance is how we create more abundance. If you want an abundance of love, we give out more love and then we get more love back. That is the way that the universal laws work. Abundance is going to be forthcoming in April if you choose it. If you are somebody who lives in a lack mindset, please know you will get more lack. However, if you are somebody who can get on top of this, and I will be doing a healing event on abundance at some point, ladies and gents, just so you know, because I think this is a very, very powerful thing that we can do here. It's time for us to switch that up. It's time for us to call in everything that we deserve. And that is monetary, love, friendships, kindness, you name it, abundance. That is what we need to be thinking about and bringing it in right now, because our thoughts create our reality. Okay, which is why I said, imagine if you create from heart to head and then call it in. Now, these energies are going to be so expansive through April. Like if they haven't been already, and if you haven't been feeling the weirdness in your body and the creation of all these weird physical signs and stuff, please know that these expansive energies are going to be taking it to another level. We are on a one-way mission to higher consciousness, ladies and gents. So my advice to you is to buckle up and buckle in. We are going there, whether you are ready or not. So my advice would be to get still, get out in nature, drink plenty of water, eat a really beautiful, clean diet. Like I've cleaned my act up so much. Mahoney's having a few desserts here and there, and he's like, oh, here, have a bite. I'm like, nah, not doing it. I want to live clean. I want to be clean. I want to be really happy, and I want to be a clear vessel. My channeling has gone to a whole new level over the last few weeks. It's like I've opened up a whole new connection, and I am loving it. So I want to allow those expansive energies to be coming through and back up, so that we can create the shifts that we need to. Very much a month of intentions. Set your intentions, manifest and create your future, ladies and gents. It is a time of new beginnings. You can create anything that you would like. So let's close a door on March and let's start creating. Let's open and let's really start stepping into the summer if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, this energy in April. New beginnings are open to everybody, not just a select few, not just the chosen ones. Let's get rid of all of that old bullshit story that we're telling ourselves. All of our gifts are going to be coming back online. Ladies and gents, you've all been psychic, you've all been intuitive, you've all been telepathic. Now is the time they're coming back online. Do not be fearful of it. I had a great conversation with my mum today. I just was like, oh, I'm going to call my mum. And I called her and she went, you're not going to believe what just happened. And I was like, chances are I will, mum. And she said, oh, I was literally just talking about David's car key, and that I should probably talk to you about it. And then the next thing, you're on the phone. So, you know, I said to my mum, like, mum, when are you going to accept the fact of how intuitive you are? Like, you are so in tune with me. I love it so much. Lean into it. You might start getting some gold. She was like, oh, I know, but it scares me. Just remember, we're all going through this together. Speak about it. Let's normalize it. Our souls are going on a journey of evolution. This is our time. It's time to take us back. We are literally breaking the glass ceiling that is above us to go to high levels of consciousness. We are breaking through the glass ceiling so that we can rise up and that we can say, hey, yeah, I am intuitive. Hey, yeah, I know what's going to happen tomorrow. Hey, yes, my psychic's coming online. And hey, do you know what? I know what you're thinking. You don't even need to speak to me right now. This month is going to be one heck of an inspired month. We are going to be so inspired. We're going to be full of inspiration for other people. We are going to be motivating other people. I feel like I could go and stand on stage and speak about any subject right now and get people so riled up to do whatever it is that we wanted to do. Now, this is my stage here right now. So it's time to take time out. It's time to up your self-love. It's time to up your self-care. It's time to up your self-preservation. Recognize your self-worth and bring your confidence up, ladies and gents. We have had our confidence questioned by so many different avenues. We've been shown, you know, videos that we're not good enough, we're not skinny enough, we're not pretty enough, our hair's not the right color, our eyes don't do the right thing, you know, like that little mole that you've got on you is ugly. Like, ladies and gents, it is time to be so confident in your skin that we can create the world that we got sent down here to do, which is a high level of consciousness. It is the new earth that we are bringing in right now. And this is the transitional period. Now is the time to set the tone. Do you want to be coming with us? Or are you going to be kicking back and waiting to be dragged? Anyone with their hand up, chasing after me, is coming with me. I'm not going to be rescuing anybody. I'm not going to be dragging people with me as much as I would love to. I am taking the people with me who are ready to do this, who are ready to own their power and their goddamn beauty of the physical vessel, the spiritual soul that they incarnated to be. Ladies and gents, I don't know about you, but that information for April gave me shivers. It gave me goosebumps. It made me go, heck yes, we're doing this. So let me know in the comments below how this resonates with you, and I will be back to check in on them super, super soon. Ladies and gents, I love you to the moon and stars. Please, please do let me know how this video lands, and please also let me know if there is anything else you think I have missed. It's time to go get it. Lots of love, guys. Catch you in the next video.